If you have 700 ringgit and looking for a budget smartphone in 2022, that means you're watching the right video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. I'm going to show you the best budget smartphone below 700 ringgit that you can get in the year of 2022. The first smartphone is Realme C35. It has Uni SoC Tiger T616 chipset, which is a 12nm processor, and it works just fine for casual use and also for gaming purpose. You will get a 6.6-inch 1080p IPS LCD display with 20:9 aspect ratio. The viewing angles are pretty decent and the screen has 600 nits of peak brightness. There are 3 cameras at the back of this device, which is a 50 megapixel main camera, 2 megapixel macro camera and 0.3 megapixel depth sensor. You can ignore the last two because they are not going to be so great for any use, but the 50 megapixel AI main camera does click some great shots and it looks good for the price. Whereas at the front we have a single 8 megapixel selfie camera that can be used to take some selfie shots. The rear camera can only record 1080p at 30 fps and the front camera can only record 720p at 30 fps. So there is no 4K video recording option is available for this device. But somehow you are going to love this phone because it has earphone jack. And there is a side mounted fingerprint sensor which is quite fast and reliable. It does come with 5000 mAh battery and 18W fast charger included in the box. You can get Realme C35 for as low as 649 ringgit for the variant that comes with 4GB of RAM with 64GB of storage. The second smartphone will be Honor X7. It has Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 chipset, which is a 6nm processor, and it works quite well for gaming purpose and it consumes less power. You will get a 6.74-inch 720p IPS LCD display with a 20:9 aspect ratio, and it comes with 90Hz refresh rate. There are 4 cameras at the back of this device, which is a 48 megapixel main camera, 5 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, 2 megapixel macro camera and 2 megapixel depth sensor. We can appreciate Honor for adding the ultra wide angle lens for this price point, and the 48 megapixel main camera does click some great shots and it's really good for the price. Whereas at the front we have a 8 megapixel selfie camera to take some selfie shots. The rear and front camera can only record 720p at 30 fps and there is no 4K video recording option is available for this device. Other than that, there is an earphone jack and a side mounted fingerprint sensor. This device packs 5000 mAh battery with 22.5W fast charger included in the box. You can get Honor X7 for as low as 699 ringgit for the variant that comes with 4GB of RAM with 128GB of storage. The third smartphone will be Oppo A57. It has MediaTek Dimensity 810 chipset, which is a 6nm processor, and it works very well for gaming purpose and it does consume less power. You will get a 6.56-inch 720p IPS LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate. There are only 2 cameras at the back of this device, which is a 13 megapixel main camera and 2 megapixel depth sensor. It's quite disappointing for not adding a big sensor and a ultra wide angle lens. The 13 megapixel main camera can take some good shots, but Oppo doesn't want this phone to have a damn good camera. Whereas at the front we have a single 8 megapixel selfie camera to take some selfie shots. The rear and front camera can only record 720p at 30 fps, and there is no 4K video recording option is available for this device. Other than that, there is an earphone jack and a side mounted fingerprint sensor, and also you will get stereo speakers. This device packs 5000 mAh battery with 33W fast charger. You can get Oppo A57 for as low as 699 ringgit for the variant that comes with 4GB of RAM with 64GB of storage. So Realme C35, Honor X7 and Oppo A57 are the only budget smartphone that has been released in the year of 2022 under 700 ringgit. If you find this video useful, don't forget to leave a like, and if you have any questions or would like to recommend some other devices, do let me know in the comment sections. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.